Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. The Facts of Life is an American sitcom that was created by Dick Clare and Jenna McMahon. It originally aired on NBC from August of 1979 to May of 1988, making it one of the longest-running sitcoms of the 80s. It was a spin-off of Different Strokes, as it featured the Drummonds' former housekeeper, Edna Garrett, played by Charlotte Rae, working in a new job as the house mother of a dormitory at Eastland School, a private all-girls school in New York. In Season 1, the girls that are in her care are spoiled rich girl Blair Warner, the youngest of the bunch Tootie, and the impressionable Natalie Green. It was not an immediate hit, and when NBC executive Brandon Tartikoff decided to give it another chance and ordered additional episodes, he had to convince the show's very successful producer to stick with the series. The show was completely retooled for Season 2, with the large cast whittled down to 4 main girls, that being Blair, Jo, Natalie, and Tootie, along with Miss Garrett. There were just too many girls to focus on in a half-hour show. Maybe if the show had been an hour long, it would have been okay, but there were just too many characters to develop and make attractive. One of the actresses cut from the large Season 1 cast was future John Hughes movie star Molly Ringwald. She played Eastland student Molly Parker. The infectious Facts of Life theme song was co-written by Al Burton and married couple Alan Thicke and Gloria Loring. Charlotte Rae lent her vocals for part of the song during Season 1, while Gloria Loring, a Days of Our Lives star, who also co-wrote the Different Strokes theme song with her Growing Pains star ex-husband. She sang it for Seasons 2 through 9. Comedienne Jewel became the first performer with a disability to have a regular role on a primetime series, when she made her first appearance in Season 2's playing Blair's cousin, who has cerebral palsy. She had been cast by producer Lear, who saw her perform at an awards benefit in Los Angeles in 1980. She got a standing ovation for her performance, and she just happened to run into Norman Lear in the elevator. He told her that you'll be hearing from me really soon. 3 months later, he called her and offered her the Cousin Jerry episode. Tootie's trademark roller skates, which she wore constantly throughout Season 1, were more than a mere character gimmick. They were a way to make the 9-year-old Kim Fields appear to be taller to play 12-year-old Tootie. In pre-Facts of Life, Kim Fields had lost out on a guest role playing Arnold's girlfriend on Different Strokes because she was too tall for the scenes with Gary Coleman. Mindy Cohen was not an actress at all when she was cast in this show. Charlotte Rae and the producers of the show visited the prestigious private Westlake School for Girls. They showed up there just to do some research for the show. Charlotte Rae ended up chatting with Mindy, and she fell in love with her spunky personality, and that role of Natalie was created just for her. The character was named after one of Charlotte Rae's real-life best friends from her high school days. After leaving the show in the 7th season, Charlotte Rae recommended Cloris Leachman to replace her. Rae and Leachman were classmates at Northwestern University and were roommates when they were very young, struggling actors in New York City. Mindy Cohen met the amazing Lucille Ball when she was out to dinner with Cloris Leachman. Miss Ball grabbed her hand and she told her, "You and Tootie remind me of Viv and me." She told her that she was a very funny lady and that she needed to keep it up because there would be a lot for her to offer. Then NBC chief Fred Silverman suggested the character of Joe after he had seen the film Little Darlings. He felt a streetwise scholarship student would contrast well and add conflict against the rich, spoiled Blair character. At the show's beginning in the first season, Blair is portrayed as the bad girl of the series. However, when this retooling was done during the second season and Nancy McKeon joined the cast, her character of Joe took over the bad girl persona. At that same time, Blair transitioned into her more familiar, vain, spoiled rich girl image. Originally, the premise of the series was that Edna Garrett, the housekeeper on Different Strokes, became the headmistress at the school that Kimberly Drummond, played by Dana Plato, attended. However, after that pilot episode, the producers decided to keep Plato on Different Strokes. There was never any mention of Kimberly being a student at Eastland again, and Miss Garrett became the house mother. Now, one of the struggles that all these girls had to endure was going through puberty in front of millions of people. Lisa Whelchel, who played Blair, feels like the show was a complete lifetime ago. They dealt with learned life lessons about drinking, drugs, sex, disabilities, eating disorders, and relationships under the guidance of Miss Garrett, and later her sister, Beverly Ann, played by Cloris Leachman. Going through those adolescent years proved to be really a timeless formula. Whelchel enjoyed working on the show, but that doesn't mean it was all roses for this sitcom. This Texas native's character was seen as a stereotypical, beautiful girl with plenty of vanity to spare, but she had a lot to live up to most of the time on the show. They had her step on scales once a week to make sure she hadn't gained weight, and if she did, they sent her off to what was called a fat farm, which she had to visit 3 times during the show's hiatus. In the show's 9th and final season, Natalie became the first of the girls to lose her virginity. They wanted Blair to be the one that it happened to, but Lisa Whelchel refused this storyline that would have made her character be the first. Having become a Christian when she was 10 years old, her religious convictions kept her from doing this. Blair is perpetually young. You look at her today, and she looks almost identical to the way she did back then. It's truly amazing. I guess living a clean life does pay off. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.